so 21 years.
What is your biggest difference between Taiwan and
I think it's the size. Taiwan is like especially Taipei, it's really small city. But in South Africa, everything is very big and everything is very far away. So Taiwan is very, very convenient.
which features of Taiwan do you
I think there's a lot of things to do. Different places you can go and see. So you can go to like night markets. We don't have night markets in South Africa. And there's a lot of places you can go and have fun. No.
What do you think about Taiwanese
I think I like the Taiwanese people because I think they're a little bit foreign people in South Africa are a little bit more direct and a little bit obnoxious. They tell people a little bit more nice and in a good way to say first way.
What is the most annoying question by Taiwanese?
They always say Negoran. Everybody. It's like say a white person or you're American.
So, what is your favorite TV show?
I really like to watch CSI in Taiwan. Yeah, I mean a Taiwanese TV show. I don't really watch Taiwanese TV or Chinese TV. I think I don't really like dramas. I think they're very boring. Because people love to cry, you know. Yeah, I like something more interesting.
And how about Korea drama?
No, I don't know. I think it's again quite boring. Yeah.
And any drama?
Same. Although I haven't seen very many Japanese, so I'm not sure. But I think it's very similar. Yeah. Not a fan. I think Taiwanese news is, I don't know, I don't feel like it is news. It's only some very silly stories.
So what is your favorite American
You know a show called Sherlock? Yeah, the British one.
Yeah, I know.
I really like that one. Yeah, it's very fun. Yeah. Waiting for the new one.
My favorite TV show is The Good Wife.
Oh, my mother really likes that one. Yeah. Another very good one is Game of Thrones. So the quite interesting.
My brother loves.
Really.
How about movies?
I really like what you would call swamp pian. So Avengers or Fast and Furious or explosions. Like that type of movie.
Are you see the Twilight series?
Twilight. The vampires that one. Again, no. Not mine.
Too romantic.
I think so. What's that movie? About the temple and the gangsters. Yeah, I think that's a Taiwanese movie. Yeah, saw that one a while ago. It's interested. But I think some of the culture, I don't really understand it as much. But yeah, I quite enjoyed it. Okay.
And what is the most terrifying Taiwanese food?
Definitely sticky.
Sticky noodles. Have you ever tried?
I've tried it, I think I've had it twice. There's the fried kind and the boiled kind, right? Yeah, I've tried both, but I can't take it.
Okay. And have you heard Taiwanese pop music?
I feel like
Every singer.
No, I don't like pop music. Yeah.
What's the top 3 reason you love Taiwan?
Probably the food, like mango bean style, 牛肉面 and then top 3 reasons. I also think, like I said before, it's very simple, so it's very convenient. Everything's very close by. Everywhere there's a 7-Eleven, you can buy something, you can eat something everywhere. And the third reason,
Okay, so and what do you like to do in your free time?
I like to play music, or sometimes I play some computer games, or go out with friends. Yeah, that type of thing.
然后他还跟我说，你们可以上，因为有，我说你都已经写，你要我上，我就先讲。对，因为他们
Quite often. I think usually I use that to contact friends everywhere.
That means
Yeah, Facebook, Line, Instagram.
do you use Twitter?
No. I haven't. I made an account once, but I never really used it. I think none of my friends use it, so there's no need to use it.
And how about Blur?
No. I don't think I even have an account. But do you guys use all of that? Twitter?
I use Twitter but just post my diary.
Oh, really? So you use it like privately?
Yes. Do you prefer traveling all the world or living in another country for a long time?
Do I drink more? I really like Europe, especially Germany. So if I had to travel somewhere, I would probably go there. I really like the history and the amazing architecture there.
And do you like or satisfied with life?
I think right now it's pretty good. Probably as a student, I think right now it's pretty good. Quite satisfied.
Do you have any interesting experience in Taiwan?
I think when I was small, like right now there are many foreigners in Taiwan, but when I was small there were very few foreigners. So everywhere I go, especially when I was like maybe 5, I was very cute, and blonde, very blonde hair, very golden hair, and so everywhere people would be, oh, and want to take a photo of you, and then, oh, and my dad goes, oh, so because almost everybody gets really, there's something interesting you've never seen before. So right now it's, then there'll always be a sense of attention.
Do the students usually participate in social activities?
so I don't know. I think probably much more than in Taiwan. Because in Taiwan, a lot of the students are all studying. Whereas in South Africa, yeah, a lot of the students are all, they do a lot of, usually part of the school as well. As part of your schoolwork, you have to go to do some service or something like that, community service. And yeah, so there's a lot more, I think, than in Taiwan.
Okay.
如果你如果不连或者是没有办法商标，好，那主要是卖到什么？就是一个
Do you know other people in different What do you want to do after you graduate?
Probably be a mechanical engineer. Yeah, because I'm studying engineering. That's my goal right now.
Do you want to capture?
I would like to. I think an internship is important because then something more practical. Yeah, if I can get one, I will get one.
How do you think about the education in Taiwan?
I think most of the time it is like everybody needs to memorize everything and everybody needs to it's kind of like the teacher teaches the students how to pass the test. So the students are very good at taking the test but not necessarily very good at using what they learn. That's what I think.
And is it very different from your America or another country?
I think so. I think mostly, of course not all, but mostly it is in like universities or whatever overseas. It's more practical. I think like the students they need to really understand and be able to use what they are learning. Yeah, mostly.
And which one do you like better?
Of course, I like to use and know how to, be a bit more practical with what I learn, not just be able to pass the test. So I prefer the other system.
And do you have I think you may have many foreign friends. I think foreign is not Taiwanese friends. Yeah.
Not really, because I've lived my whole life in Taiwan. So really the only foreigners that I know would be family in South Africa. Yeah.
Do they about do they know Taiwan, this place, and where is Taiwan? Because many foreigners they will ask, what is Taiwan or who is Taiwan?
Yeah. A lot of people when you say Taiwan, they're like, huh, what, Thailand?
Oh yeah.
Like they don't know about Taiwan. They don't know Taiwan, this place Taiwan. Yeah, so you have to tell them, oh, it's an island near China.
I have to think. Will you ask questions in class?
Not really. I usually like to just go home and study the book too. I feel that helps me learn more than listening to the teacher. Yeah, so I don't.
In your class, many students they will ask questions actively.
Very few, very few. For some students, a lot. One or two people may ask a lot of questions, but mostly very few people ask questions. Very inactive, very passive.
Have you ever get a part-time job?
Yes, sometimes I teach English, or usually what I do. One time I also did some translation for my school for a textbook that they translated to English. Yeah, usually it's something like that related to English. That's what I usually do.
The tutor job instruct what students, I mean, in what age?
All sorts. I've done before. Once I did, I think like junior high school age, but I also done. Also taught my friend's dad, so all sorts of ages.
And you teach them in full English or half English, half Chinese?
Usually in English. I try to use English as much as possible. Sometimes you have to explain something. Sometimes you have to use Chinese, but typically it's mostly English. Yeah.
Do you like this job?
I think it's okay. It's a good job, in terms of money, but it's also not very interesting. So, but yeah, when I have a chance, I will do it.
Have you ever traveled by yourself only?
No, I haven't. Always with family. But I would like to though.
You like?
Yeah.
Have you heard that you work for the hotel and you change your 打工换宿 yes.
Oh, like you work for the place you stay and you can stay there. Yeah, I've heard of that. Some of my friends have done that. They just they travel around Taiwan. Yeah, and they do like that to save money. But no, I haven't done that myself. So yeah, that'll probably be one way of doing it.
You will do that?
Maybe. Yeah, I really want to travel by myself.
You haven't been to Huang or
I've been to Taiwan once, but no, I haven't been to Hualien.
So have you tried the
hot balloon. No, I didn't go there. When I went to Taiwan, I think that wasn't there yet. The hot balloons weren't there, so no, I didn't.
How do you think about Aboriginals?
I don't know that much about them. I think they are getting fewer and fewer. Like some of the tribes are getting smaller and smaller and all that. I don't really know much about them.
Do you have any classmates that are Aboriginals?
I don't think so. No. Not in my class.
If you have made some Aboriginals, will you ask about their culture or their customs?
Yeah, I think so, because I think it would be quite interesting. Yeah, I would. But I don't know anybody, so.
Ever heard D-card?
D-card. I'm not sure what's. I haven't heard of D-card.
D-card is like social networking. It's
Oh.
from Taiwan.
Oh, it's the one where they pair you up with somebody every night, 12 o'clock, right? Yeah. Okay. Some of my friends use it, but I haven't used it myself. Yeah.
Have your reason why you use it.
I don't know. I never thought to use it. I know it was made by someone in China, right? So my friend one time mentioned that decod something, but I don't know. I never wanted to go. Oh, okay, fine, use it.
What do you want to
I'm studying mechanical engineering, so I'll probably do something like that. I'm interested mostly in probably cars, maybe. Most likely something like that.
What will you go to the ranking school?
Yes, so because our department we really need to get a job. We really need a master's degree.
And there are many
Experiment. Yes, I've had an experiment, a lab class almost all the time until now. Yeah, so various physics lab or chemistry lab. There's one interesting called measurement lab, 量测原理. Yeah, all kinds. Also electronics lab. Yeah, a lot of practical things.
Which one is your favorite?
Probably the electronics lab. Having a circuit and all that stuff. I found it very interesting.
Because we are not familiar with that experiment, so can you talk more about that experience?
Okay. Well, the electronics lab. First, the first is very basic. We talk about the different components, like the resistance, 电阻什么电容什么的, and then teach you the basic principles behind that. And then we need to make we need to design and make some simple circuits, like maybe a small amplifier or what else? Yeah, mostly that type of from we need to make things or measure things. We have some signals that we need to measure, and we need to handle the signals. 就是要去处理一些讯号什么的. Mostly it's that type of thing. David is my first name, Stephen is my middle name, and then my family name is Daly. So David Stephen Daly.
Why your name is David Stephen?
Well, my family name is Daly, and my parents, when they had to have a name for me, they really liked David, and they also really liked Stephen. So then they couldn't decide which one to use. So they decided to use David as my first name and Stephen as my middle name. Because they like both.
And I'd like to ask a sensitive question that do you think that Taiwan is a part of China?
I personally think it's not. I think Taiwan is Taiwan, and practically also it's not, because China has no political control over Taiwan. So no, I don't think so.
Have you ever been to China?
No, I've been to Hong Kong, but not other parts of China.
And how do you think about Hong Kong?
I actually don't remember. I was very small. But I don't know. I felt it was very similar to Taiwan. I didn't feel like very different at all.
And so, which one do you like better?
Of course, Taipei.
Have you ever been to another places except Taipei?
I've been to Green Island, Bidao. So of course I've been to Taitung as well. I went to Taitung a couple of times and also Tainan twice. But yeah, I really want to go to Kenting, but I haven't been yet. Maybe this summer.
Have you ever seen the sky night sky in Greenland?
Very, very nice. It's very clear. And that night that I was there was a meteor shower. So the meteor shower, 流星雨, I think. Yeah, so we went there in the middle of the night. I think it was like 3 o'clock. So we were sitting there just lying on the road, just lying there looking up and just seeing all the shooting stars. It was amazing. One time I went to Canada because some of my dad's relatives are in Canada. Also been to Singapore and Malaysia, Hong Kong. Yeah, that's all.
If I say I haven't can you please?
I think a lot of Taiwanese people haven't been abroad, right? A lot of Taiwanese people. But yeah, I think you certainly should go.
I really want to go.
There's many places very different from Taiwan.
What do you want to How long have you been playing?
I think 3 or 4 years, I think. Yeah, about 3 or 4 years.
You learn playing guitar from anyone or
No, I just play by myself. Yeah.
Why do you want to play?
I really like music, and a long time ago I learned piano when I was very small, and then after a while I lost interest, so I didn't continue piano. But I still really like music, so I started playing guitar.
How about bass or ukulele?
Yes, I play bass sometimes because it's very similar to guitar. So like when I need to, sometimes I can play bass. The ukulele, yeah, I also played it before. One time we went on a trip to Tainan. We went and we went on like a camp, and we were teaching kids ukulele. It was quite fun.
And how can you tell the difference between ukulele and guitar?
How to tell? Guitar, ukulele. It's very different because the strings are different. Yeah, and also the notes are different. The notes of the strings are different. So if you want to play, say, a C chord on a guitar and on an ukulele, it's completely different. Yeah. The strings are different notes.
And which one do you like better?
Definitely guitar. Guitar. And guitar and bass are kind of, I like them both, but I mostly play guitar.
Have you, do you participate in any class in school?
No, not really. I sometimes play just with some friends. Yeah, but I'm not in any club.
Do you make a band?
I don't have a set band, but sometimes just with different people. Sometimes I play with some people, sometimes I play with other people. Depending on the situation.
Will you sing?
Sing? No, I can't sing.
I
can't sing.
You will play a guitar and you will also.
No. My singing is kind of not very good. Yeah.